Hello, listeners, and welcome back to Season 5 of Bones of the Story. Today, Jen and I are revamping our spicy scale. And we're starting the morning off with our version of unfucking fun fact. No.
Yeah, I don't think snail teeth are getting I don't think that's getting anyone in bed.
No.
So I'm no
For those
ranger. Sorry.
for those who don't know, Jen and I love the book Ranger. And one of
By
the things
Dr.
that
Rebecca.
is he does this thing where it's fun facting. Not fun facting. Oh my gosh.
Fuck facting. Or fact fucking. Wait, what is
There you go.
it?
I think it's
Yeah,
fact
fact
fucking.
fucking. Yeah, it's fact fucking.
So Jen was just sharing her
Fun facts
of the day about snails, who are
about
secretly the kingpins of the snail world, insect world, whatever they are. Don't come at us.
well, now I need to know what snails are considered. I'll do it later, but I need to know now. What are snails?
Anywho, this is how we start our 6 o'clock for me, 7 a.m. o'clock for Jen.
And I'm out of coffee creamer, so I'm only one cup of coffee in, and I've already been up for 3 hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
This will be fun.
So, with the revamp of the spicy scale, because as hopefully most of you've listened to us, you know that we talk about things and we've realized in the last season and a half that it just is not fitting, especially since we revamped the darkness scale. And so one of the breakdowns of the additions that we were thinking of is obviously scenes per book, because that's something that we discuss.
Mhm.
Angst, because y'all know I'm an angst whore.
Mhm.
Originality, because we know Jen doesn't like it to be repetitive.
Yeah.
And then possibly adding some dark elements into the spicy, since that's what we focus on.
Yeah.
And so, how do we feel about those four things?
Okay, so I'm wondering if there's a better name than originality, because I don't like, I just want varying sex scenes. It doesn't necessarily need to be like the whole like stabbing a knife into a mattress and having her ride the handle type of situation every time, because that was original. Looking at you, Navessa Allen. Um, but like I'm cool with regular scenes as long as it's varied. So I don't
Okay.
know how to say that.
How do we say varied? I mean, we could just say varied unless we want a better word.
I was
I'm
just
going
trying
to
to.
word hippo. Let's see. Originality, novelty, uniqueness, creative, innovation.
We need synonyms for vary.
Okay. Varied. Not variety store. What?
Diverse. That's a great word.
I do not like that word. Not when I think of diverse, I do not think of sex scenes. Okay. That is not.
Well, but like in this context, it would work. Like there's a diversity of sex scenes. Variegated, that would work.
Can
It's
I
kind of
even
a big word.
say that word? Okay. You're gonna say variegated, and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay.
Why do you spell variety like that? Oh, a motley
I
of
think I think of hair when I think of Motley or Motley Crue, the band.
yeah.
We can do diverse. I'm just being difficult.
We could do multifarious.
Oh, I like that word.
Yeah. Are
I
we
like
gonna
that
say
word.
just say multifarious on our episode?
No, the problem is if I could be able to say it. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna pick one of these fancy words because multivarious is fancy to me, and then we're just gonna end up just saying diverse.
You're not wrong.
But I'm okay with that. I do like multifarious. Is it multifarious?
Multifarious.
Various. See, it's already started.
Various.
What about versatile? No, is that
Ooh,
too?
well, no, doesn't work.
No. Multi-dimensional obviously doesn't work either.
Yeah, that's like sci-fi.
We know we love some good sci-fi. What about assorted?
That would work.
Sounds kind of dirty too.
You would make it dirty.
I mean, we are talking about the different types of sex scenes, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
could.
think assorted or varied works.
Okay,
I just don't need to read about someone being drugged 10 times in the same book.
your
No idea
favorite
what
book?
no idea what I'm talking about.
They don't. It's okay. How do I do? Okay, we want to replace originality with assorted.
Yeah. And it's just a variety of sex scenes.
So I'm hoping this doesn't mess up all the notes because I'm just doing a replace all. So if you get to a sentence and it says assorted and it doesn't sound right, it's supposed to be originality. Okay.
It's
So now
fine.
it's scenes per book,
Yep.
angst, assorted. I'm going to put assorted scenes. Oh my gosh, this is going to be great.
It
And
is
then
gonna be
possibly dark elements.
Yeah, I think having that be part of our scale makes sense just because we do read so much dark romance, and I think the darker, and I mean I've said this 100 times on the podcast, like the darker, the kinkier you get, the higher the
Hmm.
spicy scale is going to be.
Very true. And so we are still going to have bell pepper a 0. The number's still the same 1, even though we don't ever say peppers, we just say spicy.
Yeah,
That's okay. And even though we don't ever expect to have bell pepper, it's just nice to have it on the scale so our
yeah,
scale doesn't seem skewed.
yeah.
Okay. So our original scale was very,
Flat.
yes, that was a nice way of putting it, very flat. Would you like to remind the audience what our original scale was?
Totes my goats. Okay,
That's the
maybe
one
one
thing
thing.
I didn't put down in the notes.
That's okay. As long as I can get to where I need to go.
Okay, I love your snarky this morning. Just so you know. You're feisty today. I love it. It's all about the snails, right? They got you.
Oh
This just goes to
god.
show what a little bit of curiosity happens in the morning. You don't need a cup of coffee. You just need to know a fun fact.
Random snail facts. Snail facts, not packs. Although maybe they make packs because they've got so many teeth. Okay, moving on. Spicy level. Our original scale was bell pepper was off page, so nothing happened. Everything was faded black or closed door or whatever. There's not like any spice. I don't think I've read any. But no, meet me in the margins. We haven't read it for the podcast, but meet me in the margins. And then there's one other one that was like, I was very sad as faded black. Anyway, one pepper is less than 3 scenes. Two peppers is more than 3, but not very descriptive. 3 peppers was making us sweat. 4 peppers is smutty. And 5 peppers is kinky and smutty. So, like, we said, very, very flat.
Yes. So we're going to keep bell pepper, and I think we're going to keep it off page.
Mm-hmm.
So this would still be 0 scenes per book.
Yeah.
Why didn't that change? I thought I did a replace all. Apparently I didn't. And so the assorted scenes, there's nothing fancy, right? Because it's not even on page. So
Yeah.
for the dark elements we have listed is just lighthearted and there's no dark themes for this one. It's a
Truth.
romance that's uplifting and hopeful.
We don't read a lot of those for the podcast.
No, we don't. I don't think we've read any.
No.
N-
Not
uh. So, so the description for this we have is at this level, there's no explicit content. There's chemistry between the characters and it's suggested, but the romance remains entirely off page. And so the attraction is there, but it's only hinted at, leaving the intimacy to the imagination. And the romance stays safe, and the story's tone is lighthearted. The themes of darkness are absent, with no deep exploration of trauma or conflict.
We probably won't be reading any books for this podcast that will
Yeah.
even take that reading. Let's just to be honest with ourselves.
We're, I would say our goal is to not read anything below a 2 pepper.
Yeah, I would say that's probably accurate.
And if we do read something that is below a 2 pepper, it's probably not
It
because
wasn't
of the
intentional.
darkness. Yeah, not at all. You wanna go ahead and do 1, or you want me to?
I can do one. All right. So for a one chili pepper, it is teasing and suggestive. There's flirting, teasing, light physical connection, like kisses and caresses, and it's kept suggestive. There's no major dark themes, but the relationship might have some emotional complexity or tension, like a forbidden attraction or minor conflict or psychological tension. But otherwise, it's going to stay pretty vanilla.
Mhm.
Okay, we're done with the boring ones. Now, on to the next.
No, 2 peppers, which we've categorized as lightly descriptive. So, this one, I think we're going to match with the dark scale that if there is an unconventional
Mm,
relationship, that it has to be a minimum of 2. So this goes with, like, our monster romance and things like that because it's not traditional. So it doesn't matter if it's on page, if it's off page, if it's light and teasing, because it's a non-human, we're just gonna say non-human, it has to be a minimum of a 2. So, without that caveat, though, this one is going to just kind of be the standard of starting off of what a romance is, right? So we have 3 to 4 scenes per book. The angst is kind of moderate. The assorted scenes, there's no real twist. It's just kind of standard, but may kind of be hinting at things. And so the physical intimacy between the characters is more prominent. There's more sensuality.
there you go. Sensuality.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And there could be some emotional and physical conflicts that begin to deepen here. The characters can possibly start grappling with jealousy, unspoken desires, or power imbalances. Though the story still remains optimistic, it could be a slow burn but hints at darker dynamics, and men may contain unconventional desires. So I made sure to add the word unconventional to match the unconventional relationship, unconventional desires. Although this could be weird, maybe that's not appropriate, but this could be, kinks and fetishes that we may find unconventional.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, with the unconventional, are we including, like, does that automatically include, are we just, okay, start a sentence and finish one, Jen. Question one.
Pie.
it, is it just unconventional in the sense of like monsters or like non human? Or are we going to include if it's a taboo and unconventional? So, like, serial killer, step, whatever's adopted sibling,
Mm.
like that, those kinds of relationships, will they automatically be, well, I know, I don't feel like that should matter on the spicy scale. I think it makes sense for the darkness scale, but I don't think it makes sense for the spicy scale.
I love how you
Granted,
just
I
talked
don't
your way
know.
around that.
I know. Just did it all by myself.
It was great. We were connected on a level. No, I agree with you. I don't think that the occupation of the person or their relationship, not to say that it won't add to it. So like I really like step siblings and maybe you don't like step siblings. So to me that might be on a the heat might be hotter from my perspective than to yours, but that wouldn't be the overall thing. For the unconventional desires, I think it should just be maybe non-human, and then as we go, maybe we realize that wanting to have sex on the handle of a knife, that's an unconventional desire, so it definitely has to be a minimum of a 2, right? Like, so we can
Yeah,
say things like that as
yeah,
it progresses, but I think this is mostly just to match with the non-human.
I like it.
Okay. Yay. Your turn. Tag your
All right. All right, this is where things get fun. So we've got three peppers. We're still going to call it making us sweat, but we're going to have a minimum of 5 scenes in the book, which I think is super fair for the most part. I think you can have a fairly spicy book with 3 or 4 scenes, but I think a minimum of 5 is good. And there is going to be sexual tension throughout the story. The scenes are going to explore more sensual and adventurous acts. The romance is fully physical, with detailed, intimate scenes that can make readers sweat. These are passionate moments where the connection is fully explored and the characters are clearly attracted to each other. So these are going to be like steamy, descriptive scenes with more explicit language, and the physical intimacy becoming more detailed and intense. Emotional conflicts are more pronounced, with characters often facing internal battles related to their past or desires. This is where obsession or betrayal may start to seep into the storyline, creating emotional turmoil that directly impacts the romance. I feel like you have like more fully fledged characters when you get to these kinds of books.
Mhm. And not just the characters, I think their relationship too.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? It's
definitely.
not just a pan and I don't even drink coffee. It's not just a passing fancy or it's
Right.
not a page filler, right? It's
Yeah.
not there to fill the page of the plot or the story. So, now on to Four Peppers. We've decided to name this Seductive and Taboo, although Taboo can fit into anywhere, even Seduction, but for this. So, this is something that's going to have 5 or more scenes. And it's going to be very high with emotion and psychological stakes. It's definitely going to be pushing boundaries and it's going to be exploring a lot more darker themes. So these moments are going to be explicitly sexual with more graphic content and it's going to be a focus on pleasure. So the romance takes a darker, more explicit turn. There's obviously like power dynamics and BDSM and taboo themes. These intimate scenes are detailed, focus clearly on the physical pleasure and tension. The angst becomes more pronounced, often with psychological or emotional consequences that affect the characters. Expect raw, gritty moments that challenge conventional ideas of romance and intimacy. So, again, we're diving into darker territories. It's going to be explicit, kinky things. The angst is high, characters struggling, possible trauma, manipulation, or possessive behaviors that affect the relationship. And it's possible that it may feel toxic or psychologically damaging, though the characters may still find some form of redemption or catharsis.
Yeah, because
Catharsis?
Jen doesn't read things that doesn't have an happy ending. Just saying.
Wait, what? I didn't hear you. Say that again.
I said Jen doesn't read things that don't have a happy ending.
Oh, yeah. Although sometimes redemption is overrated.
Shut up, Misty.
I know. Okay. Gosh. All right. 5. You got this.
Whoop, whoop. Okay. All right. So Five Peppers is going to be dark and forbidden. So we're definitely still looking at five or more scenes, and we are looking at content that's going to be highly graphic. The intimacy is bold, raw, and graphic. Power dynamics is extreme kinks and forbidden desires are all central to the plot. The characters are pushed to their limits and then some, and the relationship is often tumultuous, including themes of manipulation, dominance, submission, and dark psychological elements. Angst is at its highest, with emotional devastation, trauma, and moral ambiguity woven throughout the story. These stories are for readers who enjoy intense, boundary pushing content. This is the ultimate level of darkness meeting spice. These stories are for readers who crave dark, taboo content and aren't afraid to confront the darker sides of passion and human nature.
Yeah.
I normally struggle with books that get five peppers.
Really?
Like, if you think about the ones that we've rated 5, I think aside from Lights Out, which I think we rated at a 5, the other ones toe the line between it being really spicy and dark, that, like, the darkness, for me, a lot of the times, overtakes the pleasure of the spice.
Yeah.
Because I think the only other ones we've rated at 5 is As She Was Told,
Yeah, we did that and The Ritual, Dead Soldiers versus Tailors,
Ted Taylor's, yeah.
Sea of
We did The
Ruin.
Ritual at 5.
We
I
did.
guess,
You
yeah,
you gave it a
we
5. I'm
yeah,
looking at yours. I'm not even looking at mine.
No, I mean that would be right because the scenes weren't varied, even though the scenes weren't varied much, there were so many other elements that absolutely warrant the five peppers. And
Yeah.
yeah, I am I love spicy books, clearly, but I need the spice to be done well. And it doesn't need to be tasteful. I'm not saying it needs to be tasteful, like, hello, but it does need to be done well. You need to be able
Mhm.
to create the momentum, the angst, the chemistry, and that takes extreme talent, especially when you're weaving it through such a dark story.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I'm gonna do the real quick wrap up, and then we get to do the fun part where we get to re-rate all of our books with the new spicy scale.
Ooh.
Yes. So really quick, bell pepper is off page. It's sweet and innocent, no dark themes. One pepper, teasing and suggestive. It's wholesome romance, but still not considered inherently dark. Three peppers, lightly descriptive. It's with dark undertones, hinting at unspoken desires and unconventional relationships. Physical intimacy is introduced, but the details are still relatively tame, may include some tension or conflict, but are generally balanced with lighter elements. Okay. Three peppers, making us sweat. The romance becomes more intense with longer and more descriptive intimate scenes. These moments are steamy and engaging, a deeper exploration of darker themes such as power dynamics, emotional turmoil, or morally ambiguous characters. Four peppers, seductive and taboo. Kinkier themes that push the boundaries. The intimate scenes are detailed and frequent, exploring a wide range of physical interactions, may invoke strong emotional reactions or discomfort. And then five peppers, dark and forbidden. It's explicit romance, kinks, and fetishes. The relationship is likely intense with power dynamics, dominant submissions, and more extreme sexual acts and extreme darkness. How do we feel
Yep,
about that?
I like it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So that brings us to season one. The first book we reviewed, Butcher and Blackford, we gave it 3 as spicy. Do we feel like it's the same with the new scale?
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Okay. Sinner's Duet. So we gave it 2, but with the caveat that the warehouse scene was a 5.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So you
Because
still
that
think it's the
warehouse,
same?
I just remember that warehouse scene. I might need to reread that again. Wow, that was such a good scene. That may be one of my favorite, like,
Same.
spicy scenes of all time.
Okay. But with the new scale, do you think that it still fits with the 2? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So maybe we just needed to redefine it, but everything's still the same.
I think everything's probably gonna land about the same. I think it's giving us a better guide for how we're gonna rate things in the future.
Okay. So the ritual, still a 5.
Yeah, I hate that book so much.
Sunshine in the Stalker, we gave it 2.
I think we had to give it a 2 because there were sex scenes. It was just crap.
Yeah, but now we can drop it down to 1.
Oh, yeah, do that. Yeah,
Okay.
that was such a terrible book.
Perfect Strangers, we gave it 4.
Hey, there were some really good scenes before you, like, got twisted twice.
I think it should
Like,
be a
the
3 though.
yeah, I would probably agree with that.
I think maybe the only reason why I gave it 4 was the couch scene.
It's a great scene.
But I don't yeah, I think 3, making the sweat.
Okay, I like it.
Madison Kate, we gave it 3. I think 3 still works.
Yeah, me too.
Because it has to be a minimum of a 2 because of the unconventional relationship. Reverse harem.
I thought we decided that we weren't gonna.
Oh, you're right. See, this is why I need you, Jen. This is why I need you. Flip Trick, we gave it a 2.
Yeah, accurate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bonds That Tie, we gave it a 3. I think it could be moved up to a 4.
that's what I was actually gonna say. I need to reread that series too.
I
And
just
Emerald Lakes.
I just reread it. I
Really?
love that. Yeah. Oh, especially since now that I've been doing well, I haven't been working on it, but because I'm doing the fan fiction, I like to be in
Hmm.
that world. The Never King series, we gave it a 4. Well, you gave it a 4, I gave it a 3.
Yeah, I like 4.
You like
I mean,
4?
I mean, you could probably talk me into 3. I found there were so many hot scenes in that series, and like the books are so short.
Yeah. But the hot scenes, is it making us sweat or is it seductive and taboo?
Seductive and Taboo.
Okay.
It's a reverse harem, and he spits in her mouth, and they chase her, and they tie her up.
Okay. I I think I'm still sticking with the 3 though. Okay.
Fine.
Dead soldiers versus tailors, it can't be anything but a 5.
Yeah, for sure. That scarred me for life.
Yeah. Bridge Kingdom, we have it at a 1.
I think it can stay at a 1.
Okay.
I love
A,
you,
s-
Bridge Kingdom.
a Soul to Keep, we have it at a 3.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. No One Has to Know, we have it as a 2.
Stupid. It's because it's stupid. It's fucking
Did I tell
dumb.
you I accidentally read another book in that world and I didn't even
No,
realize it?
I would be so irritated.
It wasn't until it was like, "Oh, we need to get the police officer who has a girl that runs the flower shop." And I was like, "No way." And then I had to look up the authors and I was like, "Oh. Oh, okay."
That's so funny.
Yeah. So, 2 still.
Yeah,
Her Soul to Keep, you gave it a 4, I gave it a 3.
we can put it at a 3.
Um,
Oh, yeah. I still think you could do a 3.
Still Beating, we gave it 1, and I don't think that that's right anymore.
No, I would say with the like, I mean, that's a pretty. And see, that's another one that's like heavy on the dark and not the spice. So,
I'm thinking we have to do at least a 2.
yeah, I think a 2 would be fine.
Okay, so Sarah J. Maas, we have Akatar. We gave it I don't even know what we gave it because that's blank in the box. I guess I forgot to fill that in.
2?
2? I'll take your word on that.
I mean,
For Throne
it's
of
not a super spicy one.
for Throne of
1.
Glass, we have 1.
1. I still want to
At
know what Lorcan did. Fuck you, Sarah.
Crescent City, we have 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, I mean, I think she probably lands this series at like a 2.
So should we change it? Lightly descriptive, unspoken desires, tension and conflict.
I mean, it was really just Rune and Lydia at the end.
You're
Like
the Sarah J. Moss
there's
expert. You tell me what to put and I'll put it.
yeah, I would say 2, but I mean, it's just irritating.
So if it's irritating, okay, 2. I'm putting it 2. So then I feel like if that's the case, we have to change Throne of Glass to 2.
No, she didn't get any spicier as the series went on. Like you have
Okay, okay, okay.
I don't even think there's penetration on Page.
Really?
Maybe there is a little bit at the like in the last couple of books. I
I
can't remember.
don't know. I've only read the book once. Okay, Sea of Ruin 5. There's just no way we
Oh
can do
yeah.
anything else. Leather and Lark. I don't have it filled out what our spicy is. I can pull it up really quick.
3?
Let me see. I mean, that would match Butcher and Blackbird. So I would say
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Which one are you doing? 3 or 2?
3?
I'm gonna do 2.
Okay.
Well, I mean, fine, fuck a 3. The Shadow Breed series.
I don't remember. I'm gonna let you do that one.
Let me see if I can find what our original thing was. Since I didn't update that, which who knows why I didn't do that. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. For the Shadow Breed series, we gave it 5 for spicy. That is not correct.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to say 3.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to say 3. Better Run.
Oh god, that was such a stupid book too.
We gave it 4.
We did.
I think mostly because of the rope scene and her hanging in the hallway. Right? Is that Better Run?
I think so. Oh, that's right. That was good. I forgot about that scene. That book just irritated the crap out of me.
So what do you think? I think it could be a 3.
Yeah.
Red. Well, we know it has to be a minimum of a 2.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't. What did we originally give it? Yeah, we originally gave it a 2, so I think we should stick with a 2. Okay, the next one is Dragon's Bride.
2, 3.
We originally gave it a 3, which I don't understand why. It has to be a minimum of a 2. I would say 2.
I'm good with that.
Driving My Obsession. We gave it a 4.
3? Yeah, I would be okay with a 4 because he does kidnap her, but he brings everything to make her a Moscow Mule, so it's fine.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I
Um,
did it.
of course you didn't. Friends with Monsters. We gave it a 2.
It's because it was dumb.
So 2. I mean, it has to be 2 because they're creatures.
Yeah.
Deliciously Dark Fairy Tales.
3.
Yeah, because we originally gave it a 4, and I don't think that that's accurate anymore. Why did we give it a 4? Who knows what we were thinking at the time? Gosh.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
It's so interesting to go back and be like, we really did that?
Hmm.
Sorry. Not to, Okay, Tears of Tess. We gave it 3.
Yeah, I think that still matches.
Okay. And then Thieves and Monsters. It's got to be a minimum of a 2. We gave it 5. No. I disagree with that now with the new scale.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I would say 3.
I mean, they're I don't know. They were pretty kinky, and she does have sex with them in their beast form.
So then 4, because that would be like Taboo.
Yeah, let's do 4.
The next one is Meet at Midnight.
Oh, God, I hated that book too. I don't remember it at all.
Actually, I think I lied. Huh. I messed this up. Will you look at that? It's not Meet at Midnight. What is it? I messed up somewhere. What did I mess up on?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Ah, there it is. I skipped a page. We gave
Ah,
it 3.
I'm good with whatever you want to do there. Don't do not remember at all.
I guess we'll just stick with the original because I don't either. Lights Out, obviously 5.
Yeah,
Would we say 5 or would it be 4?
I'm good with either or.
I think with it being more fleshed out, I think I'm going to say 4.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Carter Reed 1 and 2. Ugh, Carter Reed. We
3, 4, 3.
I don't even know what we did. I didn't even put it in the notes. Wow. Jen, I'm slacking over here. That's really weird. I would say 3. There only
Yeah,
because it's on page and it's descriptive. Otherwise, I would give it a 2.
yeah.
Okay. Unholy Vows.
That was a really good book.
We gave it
4.
4. Yeah, so keep it 4.
Yeah,
I like that. Beautiful Fiend.
Beautiful Fiend.
We gave it 4.
Yeah, I would say that's probably.
Still accurate. Yeah. Ugh. Haunting Adeline. We gave it 4. I think it's still. I think it. I mean, he definitely stalks her. And then there's the whole gun thing. Is that
Yeah,
taboo or forbidden? I think we should give it a
Yes.
4.
Okay.
Just mostly because I don't like it and I don't want it to have a 5. That's me being petty. Okay, yay. So we pretty much just kept it the same, but this was just a way for us to flush out the spicy scale. So now that we have more elements and more ways of saying, okay, yes, it's 3 or 4 or whatnot. So how do you feel about this, Jen?
I like it.
You want to go?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. You want to go ahead and close this out?
Yeah. All right, y'all. We have our new spicy scale for this season and following. I am so excited. Let us know what you're thinking for the spicy scale. Do you agree? Are there any other elements that you would have considered in creating a spicy scale? Let us know and tag us on Instagram at Bones of the Story, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
And Jen,
signing off
from Bones of the Story.